Welcome to New Word Document. My name is Troutsky and I'm the producer of this show. The things you will hear over the next hour represent the views of New Word Document and the people making them. All opinions, quotations in no way represent River West Radio and are the sole responsibility of the producer, guests, and callers. River West Radio is not liable for any legal issues arising from the content of this program.
It hadn't been a bad trip on the whole. Things had gone, by and large, pretty well. Periods of boredom came and went. The other passengers were diverting. But as we neared Byzantium, we felt uneasy, to tell the truth. The journey had been so long we'd forgotten our destination, even that there was one. Had settled into a daily round of meals, strolling the deck, nightly movies, drinks with friends. We didn't really want it to end. Some were locking themselves in their cabins. Others were ill. We were all a bit queasy entering the harbor, seeing for the first time the people of Byzantium in their bright silks, odd headgear. Were these the friends who'd gone before us? Unrecognizable now? The gangplank rattled on the pier, swayed a bit as we descended. Tiled cupolas gleamed. Dock workers babbled some language that was no language at all. Nothing was how we'd imagined it. We were starting not to know each other, and already were becoming strangers to ourselves.
and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in to the New Word Document radio show. I'm your host, Troutsky. Unfortunately, my co-host Smasher is not in this week. He is on holiday. But we are very excited because we have a very special guest tonight, that being Frankie Latina, local filmmaker, director of Modus Operandi. Before we get to him, we're going to go through some announcements for some things to do around the town. Tonight at 9:30, if you want to head down to Bayview, Northless, The Gorge, Drumlins, War Brides, and are all playing at the Cactus Club. Northless, you heard in that last set of music. Sunday, July 15th at the Borg Ward at 6 p.m., there's going to be a grindcore show that's at North and National Avenue. And Thursday, July 19th at 7:30, we have Tim, the improvised musical at Comedy Sports. If you tuned in 2 weeks ago, you heard Robbie and Mara McGee as they talked about it. And me and Smasher did a little improvisation with them. I highly suggest going and seeing that. That's the year anniversary of the show. They've been doing it for an entire year. That first set of music, why don't we break that down? First thing I played was Fenger, Giants March, and after that was Mojo Goro and Andon with Jamming the Squee, and that is mashed up with some storytelling by Jim Chapson. Both these you can find on the DV Squee compilation online. It's a download. I seriously suggest that you check that out. It's great. After Mojo Goro and Andon, we had Northless with Dead Ends. You should go try to see them tonight, 9:30 at the Cactus Club. Following that, we had Elusive Parallelograms with Snowstorm. I also said and promised tonight that there was going to be a world premiere of the first Brew City Bandits track. That is Kilgore, Trout, and Spade 1. We've been working on this for a month or two. We got some tracks built up, and we finally finished one. And I'm going to bring it to you right now, a world premiere of the Brew City Bandits, Buddha Bless.
Buddha bless, no stress, try to spare, no stress. We Buddha bless, no stress. Make I and I check a crank, point blank, them walk the plank, them put the news around them on that. Then yank, shake off them hank, ENMC shake, Bruce City bandit, track scandalous. Wish we having it. Moving progress, moving progress, moving progress. Don't put that in there, put this right in them chest. Buddha bless, gotta healing the stress. Jobless, don't forget your vex. Big up, respect, go stand next to I and I, air like, beer like, see like, truffle spade, break, purple dragon, puff, make one. Way beyond for the mention with red drum and drum. Big calm, just gesture, pump on with bum. My racist blow, Bruce to this sound, stomp on, rump on. Buddha bless, no stress, try to spare, no stress. We Buddha bless, no stress. Make I and I check a crank, point blank, them walk the plank, them put the news around them on that. Then yank, shake off them hank, ENMC shake, Bruce City bandit, track scandalous. Wish we having it. Empty out them pockets, empty out their pockets. Every little cent on that dang stinky cess. We're blessed to the chest, take the mind and all the rest. Spending every little cent on that dang stinky cess. Smoke filled lab, get a slab of that funk. I'm smashed.
smashed off that ash, sitting smelling like a skunk. Cause from the pew ain't no fool, don't take him as a punk. Troughton Spade 1 year, just some Buddha monk in the dead zone, waiting for a call on the red phone. Fukushima mind zone, filling up the ozone. Chop the gray matter, save the head, serve it on a platter like a fine wine full of grime, filling up your bladder. My piss hits the street, put your goddamn fire out, fucking up your kicks and pouring down your rain spout. Now you wet, you a mess from this fly reaper sound. Splash, there it is, now we flood the whole damn town.
Buddha bless, no stress. Troughton Spade, no stress. We Buddha bless, no stress. That they can drink, make I and I check a crank, point blank. To walk the plank, them put the news around them all day. Yeah, shake off them Hank, ENMC shake, Bruce City bandit, Trent scandalous. What we having it? Mike still grabbing it, we straight blasting it. MC crapping shit, built to last in it. Troughton Spade while we straight bashing it, crashing it, blasting it, blasting it, crashing it. Bruce City bandits. Troughton Spade 1-1. One. Spitz a wizzy, 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 one wizzy, spitz a wizzy, one spitz a wizzy, spitz a wizzy, spitz a wizzy, spitz a. Need a reason, lyrically pleasing is the reason. No matter the season, we freeze and reheat them, meet them and greet them, reach them and teach them, geek them and freak them, tease them, receive them, beat them, delete them, verbally mistreat them. Take a heed and release the demons to freedom. We defeat them with every word that we speak. We defeat them with every word that we speak on. One. You need a reason, lyrically pleasing is the reason. No matter the season, we freeze and reheat them, meet them and greet them, reach them and teach them, geek them and freak them, tease them, receive them, beat them, delete them, verbally mistreat them. Take a heed and release the demons to freedom. We defeat them with every word that we speak on. We defeat them with every word that we speak on. One. One soundboard in the area, beats abound in the area. This is how we get down, see, we're gonna switch it up, man. We're gonna get on some party things, you know? One. Put these drinks up. Spade itchy band, it's a big drop with you. Second dose, last break loose. I want dumb hands in the man, and I'm big too. But do what you do, get up to get down. Buy another round, it's a big pound from the VIP to the lounge. We put it and stop in your town as we rev up the crowd. I'm drunk right now, we sipping old style. PBR superstar with them heads in them clouds. Smoking on that loud, seeing spot the cow. Milwaukee best in the house. One. You fade itchy band, it's a bit drunk with you. Second loose, not recluse. I want dumb hands in the man, and I'm pitched too. Do what you do, get up to get down. Buy another round as a beat pound from the VIP to the lounge. We put it and stop in your town as we rev up the crowd. I'm drunk right now, me sipping old style. PBR superstar with them heads in them clouds. Smoking on that loud, seeing spot the cows. Milwaukee best in the house. One. 250 and buffing, party straight jumping, people playing and puffing, grinding and puffing, get on the floor till you get sore. I'm so drunk, I think I ran off 4. Bartender, give me one more as the drink gets more. Let your inner bitches sore. Miller, of course, Corona 444. Here to party, that's what I be here for. Living a high life, I'm a vet, keep my red stripe. The 4-pack king always stay ice. I say that 4-pack king always stay ice. One. I am the lucky number.
Okay, New Word Document Radio. I have a guest tonight, Frankie Latina, Milwaukee filmmaker. How you doing tonight?
I'm well, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for coming out tonight.
Thanks for having me, I really appreciate
on
it.
Here. We're just going to let you know what you heard in that last set. Last song you heard was Spade 1, The Lucky Number, and before that, Brew City Bandits with Buddha Blessed. All right, well, let's start this interview off. I've been noticing you post some stuff on Facebook looking for Dobermans and young ladies. You got a new project you're working on, huh?
Yeah, day by day, frame by frame.
Yeah, that's how it goes. What's the project?
Well, basically I'm thinking about a picture about a photographer who comes across a roll of film that isn't theirs and they have it developed, and it turns out that there's some things on that roll of film that they're interested in. They want to do some detective work.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a modern day Nancy Drew.
Nice.
Sprinkled in with a little bit of Milwaukee attitude.
Yeah. Is that one going to be Super 8?
I was going to shoot this one on Super 16.
Okay.
My cousin has a Super 16 camera, and he works in the commercial sector in town.
Okay.
And he gets to shoot all the fancy video cameras, things like these. I'm not really familiar with this jargon. It's like the Epic or the Red or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Whatever you have.
The Red.
Whatever these characters shoot with. But he has a Super 16 camera that he never gets to use anymore because people don't shoot film anymore.
Yeah.
So my cousin's, he said, if you have any projects coming up or whatever, just let me know. And because he loves shooting film, his name is Vinny Bazzazi. He shoots all the Milwaukee Film Festival trailers. So he's got his finger on the pulse of the city, and he's done a lot of short films, some really amazing short films. And I mean, for my money, I feel like he's the best cinematographer in the city and maybe in the Midwest.
Oh, that's great. You gonna work with any of the same actors that you did in the last one?
Yeah, I mean, anyone that was in my last picture, I would love to work with and move forward with the same group of people, because then you have not a film crew, you have a family. Yeah. And that's the most important thing.
I think it kind of helps create a brand in a way, too.
Absolutely.
Because you recognize the whole group. You recognize a big group instead of just one person who's faceless normally with the director, behind the camera. Your last one, you put on a pretty impressive guerrilla promotion campaign that I remember seeing the videos for. And seems to be quite successful. You're on Netflix, Redbox, you got your DVD out there. You have any promotional schemes in mind for the next one?
Well, I try to keep them close to the chest. But I come from a pretty squirrely background, so you never know what to expect from me.
Good, yeah. What is your movie intake like these days? What are you watching? Where are you going?
Wow. Geez, that's like a question you ask a director, and if they say the wrong answer, everyone just kind of jumps off a building. What have I been watching lately? I mean, it's cliche, but I mean, I've been watching a lot of Pasolini films.
Okay, yeah.
but there's something about them that just like really cuts close to the bone with me. And I mean, De Palma. I'm really into De Palma lately.
Yeah, definitely.
I love. I mean, I'll watch anything.
That's a good attitude to have if you're.
No, I mean, I'm not an elitist.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch Big with Tom Hanks, and then I'll watch Boogie Nights with Mark Wahlberg.
Nice, that's a good double feature.
So.
Both could probably be called Big too, actually. So did you write a whole script, or you kind of just, you said you're going frame by frame here? Are you just kind of going with ideas as you get them?
This one actually, I would like to be a bit more structured, so I have a clear vision. There's nothing wrong with like a Jean-Luc Godard approach to filmmaking, where you just kind of, you know, like Alphaville or Breathless, where you just kind of go in the streets and see what happens. And don't get me wrong, I'm sure he had a very clear vision of what he was doing, but you know, any filmmaker could tell you that there was days where he just went in the streets and just kind of flipped a coin, and that's a great way to go about making films. But you know, there's also another approach where you're very meticulous, you know, kind of like a serial killer, making sure you don't get caught.
And that's kind of like the exploitation, like B-movie tradition, you know. It's real, like, efficiency, I guess, is the main thing.
Yeah, like a 3-to-1 ratio.
You know, you don't got much to work with, but if you know, work hard on keeping it efficient, you can get some bang for your buck. Well, yeah, I mean, what else do you do? I noticed you had an art and photo exhibit, like, back in winter that I'd checked out. Yeah, you doing more of that kind of stuff, too?
I was in South America for 6 months. I was slated to direct a feature film there, and the financing fell through. And I kind of got stuck in a bit of a rut while I was there, just kind of squirreling away in my hotel room. And eventually I pulled myself up and started going in the streets and trying to embrace being in a foreign country for such a long time without the job at hand actually coming to fruition. And I started taking a lot of pictures, and when I came back to the States, I thought it would be a cool idea to put together an exhibit with the photographs I took in South America, in Colombia, and it was more so, it wasn't so much an exhibit. It was kind of like coming to terms with me being in a foreign country for 6 months, and the project that I was supposed to make never happening, and just kind of it was like my own Bob Newhart show.
Yeah,
you know, with just like sitting on the couch listening to Bob Newhart telling me how to rectify the situation.
Nice. So the photos kind of ended up being like the residue of what was left of that project since it fell through.
Right, exactly.
It's good that you could like at least get something out of it, you know, and turn it around that way. Probably not as good as, you know, making the feature down there, but you know, you got another little thing out of it. And it was, I like the you really captured the good South American colors, like that paint down there. It's just incredible.
Thank you.
Did you get any inspiration from being in that environment, aside from, you know, feeling the need to take pictures to gain comfort? Was anything about, you know, I don't know, it being different or new that gave you some of those ideas?
Well, at first I didn't. I was very guarded, and I was very. It was like I was there to make a movie. I was there for a job. I didn't want.
You had your mind focused on one thing.
I couldn't let anything else infiltrate.
Yeah.
why I was there.
You weren't there as a tourist. You're there
Right.
to-
Yeah.
you're
People.
working.
People I was working with there would say like, "Oh, we're gonna go to this island this weekend to go do this thing, or we're gonna go do this, you know, whatever festival or whatever." And I'm like, "I'm not here. I'm not a tourist. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I'm in a foreign country, but I'm not a tourist. I'm here to make sure that this picture is the best picture that it can possibly be." And people, you know, I rubbed a few people the wrong way that I was working with, but I think that they understood my frustration being there and not being able to shoot the movie. So, but saying that after a few months, I went out and I hung out with the crew, and
Okay.
we weren't shooting, and you know, like I said, they were going on these trips to like, you know, some sort of waterfall or going through some sort of jungle expedition. It's like-
Yeah. Taking in all the.
Right, and I'm just sitting in my hotel room, like looking off the balcony, ready to jump into the rocks. You know, right, so
Quite a contrast.
right, and but time is a strange thing. You spend enough time in a certain place or getting away from the immediate job at hand, which was making a film, and your mind, given enough time, starts going in different directions. And I embraced the culture and the country, and I'll never forget a single face or a single friend in Colombia. And I can think about 10, 15, 20 people right this second. Even people I don't know, just the guy that I would buy coconut water from in the morning when he would chop a fresh coconut open with him.
Oh wow.
You know,
Yeah.
with at his tienda, at his stand, and there was a woman that had a smoothie shop right by her house that we would go to. That she had the worst food I've ever had in my entire life, but she was the nicest lady. So we would go there every day at the bottom of the hill of our hotel, and there's just little things like that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's things that you would never think about. Like, for instance, you have a phone, and you pay it every month. There, you just pay a few dollars. You just go to a corner store and you give somebody a couple bucks, and they type in your phone number. They press in a code, and then you get a few minutes.
Okay.
And then you get very close to that person. You know, it's the same person it's like at a little desk in the middle of the street underneath a palm tree.
Nice. Well, is there anything else you wanted to talk about, or any announcements you wanted to make?
Just making, you know, footsteps forward up the mountain every day, trying to get my next project off the ground. And it's one of those things where if you have to go over the fence, then that's what you have to do. If you have to go under the fence, that's what you have to do. If you have to go through the fence with force, through the wall, through whatever it is, that's just what you have to do. You can't let anyone stand in your way.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're going to let someone stand in your way, then you're probably in the wrong business, because making movies isn't for the faint at heart.
Yeah. It's a struggle.
I mean, you want to talk about movies, watch a movie. Watch
Yeah.
Indiana Jones get his heart ripped out.
Yeah.
That's cinema.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, what do they say? Reality imitates life.
Yeah.
What is it? What is the line?
Art imitates, or life imitates art.
Whatever the hell it is.
Something like that,
I
both
don't-
ways.
Well-
I just remember hearing like Orson Welles in this interview talking about how like his whole life he's just hustling. He described it as he's like 90% hustling, 10% making movies.
Oh yeah, there's no time on set that I'm ever thinking about, this is not going to happen, or this is hard. The only thing that ever stresses me out is beforehand, trying to make sure people show up, trying to make sure everything's in place.
Yeah. Well, excellent. I thank you a lot for coming out tonight. It's great. If you haven't had a chance, check into Netflix and check out Modus Operandi, or is it Operandi? Well, it's America. You pronounce any vowel any number of ways, I guess. And then also, if you feel so inclined, you can purchase it at Amazon.com. And yeah, thank you once again, and keep us posted about any developments on that. And when you want to come back, tell us about it. You're free anytime you want.
Thanks a lot. I really appreciate what you do, and thanks for having me on the show.
Yeah, thanks.
My eyes are open, but it doesn't mean a thing. My eyes are open, but I'll never feel that sting. Sometimes I'm sinking, but that water feels so nice. So take my arm and find a vein and give it a slice. But I'm never waking up, it's too good of a dream. I like the way it feels, and I like the way it seems. I'm gonna lay back and just let the green grass grow all around me. And when I wake up, oh yeah, I'll be dead. Yeah, I'll be dead. Who's in your bed tonight? Or are you sleeping on your own? Who's in your bed tonight? Is it the one who gave you that loan? Who's in your bed tonight? Is it you and just your phone? But when I close my eyes and then you close your thighs, I guess we still are all alone. But I'm never waking up, it's too good of a dream. I like the way you feel, and I like the way it seems. I'm gonna lay back and just let the green grass grow all around me. And when I wake up, oh yeah, I'll be dead. Ooh, yeah, I'll be dead. I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling. Oh, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, I'm falling, yeah. But I'm never waking up, it's too good of a dream. You know I like the way it feels, and I like the way it seems. I'm gonna sit back and just let the green grass grow all around me. And when I wake up, when I wake up, I'll be there. Ooh, I'll be there. I'll be dead in my bed. Yeah, yeah. I'll be dead in my bed. I'll be dead in my bed.
And what you just heard in that last set of music was Orwell from Depths I Rise. Before that, a little medley of Fetopsy, which included Umbilical Cord Bungee Baby, Slightly Damp Genitalia, and I Knew It Had Something to Do with Vaginas. And starting off that musical break was Johnny Clayton with When I Wake. We got to wrap it up here, but of course I want to thank Frankie Latina once again for the great insight, and hope you tune in next week. Smasher will be back. Adios.